Y'all see that motherfucker? Y'all see that motherfucker? See, I don't like that. Because it's blocking that. But it ain't really shit. You feel me? Yeah. So yeah, this is a new setup, y'all. Y'all fucking with it. Y'all fucking with it. You know, I got the Wolverine bucket at the top. But that's just for right now. Cause I'm about to turn on the light and they gotta move. So right now, that bitch gonna be sitting right here. Right there. Good shit. There's no better spot for it to go right now because I want to have that bitch included, but I don't know how I'm gonna include that motherfucker. So it's just gonna stay like that for now, and we just gonna go with whatever. Yeah. So before I even do anything, I'm about to take this tag off because of course it is Valentine's Day. I want y'all to see my face when I say that. Today is Valentine's Day. So I end up going to pick me up a pre-roll. So that's all I had money for. I wanted to get some indica shit. But I end up just getting some of. I actually asked the cashier for her recommendation, to be honest, and that's when they pointed to the Cheezel, grapefruit hybrid Cheezel. Trying to rub the sticky shit off. But it's not working. We ain't gonna trip out. I'm about to put this tag on the microwave right quick. Okay, so yeah, of course I got some Paul too, but since it's my first time trying this weed, I'm finna just smoke first, or at least half of it first, then get to the liquor. So that means we can put one right down there, the other one in hand. All right now. Bullshit ass ashtray. For forgot I got that other pack on me, and I ain't talking about that dope. We're gonna get to that whenever I need to. I might as well clear the bed off right now because I don't know what the weed gonna do. Five, 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 five. And it was us and me. Into the world around. Hey, but yeah, y'all see the new setup though. Y'all see that, you know, I got the Deadpool Wolverine cups over there with the Hulk cup. You know, can y'all? Yeah. So yeah, I got Goose and Headless Spider-Man over there by the Linux sign, and yeah, keep it right there, right there, right there. So yeah, this is the setup, y'all. And with me, you know, having this little area right here, I might put something else right there. Or either something small right there in that area, you know? Because I feel like that's the only spot I got left to work with. I said I didn't want to put nothing on this side of the wall, but I did say I would put a poster right there, a little skinny poster, like this fucking Spider-Man poster I got up here, or the Flash poster I got up here. That's one of them skinny ass posters I'll put right there, you know? So, yeah. This is what we're finna do, y'all. This is what we're finna do. This is what we're finna do. Should I just hold this bitch the whole fucking stream, bro? Like, like I said, I got a Flash popcorn bucket over there. No. Of course not. Wait, stop playing. I'm taking that. I know that bitch gonna fall, but I'm taking it. Look what that bitch here, y'all. Look like R2D2 got a head. But you already have it. Anyways, that's where that bitch gonna be at for now on. So that's unless that bitch fall. You know, that bitch fall, then it's over with. Alright, y'all. I'ma close it. I'ma close it. That be straight to that fan right there. Alright. Bada bing, bada boom. I might as well get my shorts, man, because I'm really not going nowhere fucking else. Nowhere else. I don't give a motherfucker if somebody call me, tell me to pull up or walk up. It ain't happening. Start. You should have called me while I was out. Fuckers. Real talk. No bitches making me leave my fucking house tonight. Real talk. You can be the finest bitch. Oh, you can be the finest bitch. But I ain't leaving. There's only 2 motherfuckers I'll leave this house for. And none of them in the area right now. Maybe 3. Maybe 4. But none of them in the area right now. And none of them not even thinking about texting me right now. So, yeah. Y'all already know it. Y'all ready for this? But no, I'm gonna keep that like that just so it can show limits. Yeah, have it like that. Real talk. That's good. You know, it's not too light, so you can actually like see it. All right, y'all. Bye, bye, boom. So first, about to pull up YouTube just so we get our content ready. Ooh, they got the Brave New World breakdown. Screen Crush. Screen Crush got the breakdown already. I want to watch that. I ain't gonna lie. Let me FaceTime my ops, bitch. I'm in the streets. It's AZ. I put something to sleep.
That practice, that that habit of trying to connect everything, and maybe moving forward.
I started this earlier. I don't know what it's like.
It's something you did like at first. He do explain why he does not have the mustache. Oh yeah, I won't say what it is, but they give a very good reason to. That's
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
also I like him with Harrison Ford in the movie.
Yeah.
Harrison.
Man, fuck that. I'm about to start, y'all. So, like I said, we got it's not nothing to look at, but it's a different tag than the others. Like the others would have like a little white slit on that bitch, like separately from like its own packaging, but it seemed like the tab is connected to the wrapper. So alright. So we finna do not use if seal is broken. So the seal is not broken. So they got this little tab on here, it's like a little breakaway, but I ain't finna do that. I'm finna do this. And I can't pop it off. Damn, I can't pop it off. Ooh, the smell. I don't like grapefruit. That's the main reason I've been like straying away from this hero. I ain't gonna lie, that's the main reason I've been straying away from it, because I don't like grapefruit. Anyways, total THC 23.8. So we got cannabis, we got keef, we got cannabis oil, and grapefruit terpene. Let's get it, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all that bitch before I light it up, because I love the way these bitches be looking. This bitch look kind of short, don't you think? I swear I thought the gram bitch was supposed to be a little bit bigger than this, but we ain't finna complain, because I know the 0.3, no, the half gram bitch is like a fucking 0.3. This is like a half gram bitch. You know, I ain't gonna lie. I really wish I could remember, but I don't remember them bitches being this small. You feel me? I said, what my fucking thing? 1.28. My thing is, I want to find my other lighter, just because they got that poke on that bitch. But I'm not finna look for that bitch though. You feel me? I want to. I swear I do. But nope. So we're finna just. See, I ain't want to open that bitch up. So this is what we're finna do. We're just finna get into it. Get straight into it. How about that? Get into it. I know you fucking lying. Where's the lighter? I'm gonna just use this one. Fuck that. One last smell. It's called Cheezo, y'all. Cheezo. I was about to get that biscotti toast again, man, but I ain't like my the half gram bitch. I might get it next time though. I might. That blueberry slush was looking very fucking tempting, so I don't know. We're gonna see. But Cheezo, it's a hybrid grapefruit terpene. Let's get it. 23.8% THC. No CBD. Let's get it. It always made me choke. I ain't gonna lie. It always made me choke. I guess that's the diesel part. But like, to say that the name is Cheezel, I'm expecting a cheese taste, but why would the fuck would they have a cheese taste with grapefruit? We'll never know. But, whew. There we go. There we go. Shit. I'm just looking at the weed right now. 22% THC, hybrid. Feelings will have you focused, uplifted, euphoric, negative, dry mouth, dry eyes, paranoid, helps with stress, depression, anxiety. Big Buddha Cheese and New York NYC Diesel come together to form Cheezo cannabis variety. Strong smell is to be expected considering its lineage. Cheezo provides a euphoric and functional stone. Cheezo has been known to produce a very high yield under optimum. Let me see. Hold on. Whew. Oh man. Ooh, child. Things are gonna get easier. So, and Cheezel, not even a 50-50. It's more of a sativa than a fucking indica hybrid and the indica and whatever. Yeah, you feel me? So, like, I guess it's the perfect time to, you know, hit this shit. taking this bitch to the face, man. I swear to G. I'm taking this bitch to the face. Cause I ain't got no love. Let me get off this. Yeah. I think this is my first time ever like taking a single bitch to the face. Every time I bought a Super J, I end up sharing it with other people. Even the fucking half-gram bitches that I had, I end up sharing it with people. How much that Limelight got? 21, so yeah. But that bitch got a little CBD in it though. I don't know. Just trying to dance to keep on coughing. Cause it's to the end, bitch. Nah, boy, it's getting wicked. Oh, and I ain't got YouTube TV no more right now, so we not gonna be watching SmackDown. Sorry, but not sorry. I don't know if y'all know or not, but my fucking car is fucked up. So yeah, eat dick. Fuck, bad enough I ain't got fucking Netflix back, and I ain't want that shit back. Pissed. Still ain't been using that bitch, but I'm gonna put that bitch to work. What? 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 I saw they got that Dragon Ball Dama on that bitch. What? What? I swear it's up. This motherfucker up. See, bro, I'm not even finna get to talking. Yep, because I hate to anticipate shit. Yeah, I shouldn't even be thinking about it right now. So yeah, it's that Chizo, stupid ass. In New York, I really rock. Hot in my sock. I'm gonna let my shit breathe right quick. God. I'm smoking crack. Ooh, that's what it feels like. I'm smoking crack. Ooh, that's what it feels like. Yeah, yeah. But dog, it's supposed to have a cheese flavor too. I meant to tell y'all that too. It's supposed to have like a cheese flavor, but it's weird to put fucking grapefruit. You know. It's weird to put grapefruit flavoring in there too. Like it's weird. That's why when I was getting that fucking the little half-gram 5-packs or whatever, bro, I was like, oh, let me see what this biscotti toast here for. Shortbread, biscotti toast, and it's an indica. Yay! No, real talk. Nah, it was good, but like it's some shit that I would not buy for a gram of, you know. And I might do it one day, one of these days. Well, I like to try like all the bitches before I get it. That's me. Take this bitch to the face. Y'all thought I was gonna put it out. Y'all thought I was gonna put it out. Well, I took it to the face. You know what the 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. I hate to be so extra with my inhales and exhales, but it helps. It helps. So I feel like if I do it quietly or not extra, I'll die. Jesus Christ. Oh, I know music in my head, I'm just dancing. It's that type of weed. Y'all already know my favorite one is that Forbidden Fruits. I'm sorry, that was so disrespectful. That was so disrespectful. I am sorry, bro. I am sorry, weed gods. Let's hit this shit. Let's go. I'm sorry. I just want like smoking blunt. This whole blast to myself. Y'all already know if there was a full gram, like a regular full gram, I would put that bitch out. You know, real talk. So I ain't gonna lie. Last yesterday. Hold on. My fault. I ain't hit that fucking cardboard, man. That shit almost killed me. Oh god. Yesterday I surprised myself. I really wasn't expecting to. Like I kept thinking about it the whole fucking day. But when I was hitting that Slurpee 3, I didn't recognize I was like damn near to the end till like it was kind of last second. I was looking at that bill, I was just hitting it. That bit got like halfway, I'm like, okay, come on. I was like, fuck it, I might as well take this bitch to the face. But nah, okay. But yeah, I took that Slurpee 3 in the face, and that bit was nice, you know. It was a nice little high. I wasn't really like focused on the high type shit since I was watching Cap 4. But nah, I had like this much of fucking Paul, or at least like this much of Paul, and I had the Captain America drink, and that had Tito's in that bitch. So that's mixing, and I was on that 33 shit chair. So I've been straight. I've been straight. I've been straight. Since we done finished the blunt, y'all. We finna go into something else. I'm sorry, y'all. I just so caught into it. I just, woo, it goes. Oh, now they want to show the Hawkeye show love. Hold on, man. Bruh, after this, I'm getting off my phone. They got a fucking post on Instagram from IGN from 1 day ago. The caption says, with the charming, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man swinging onto our screen, Daredevil Born Again premiering on March 4th, we decided to rank all Disney Plus Marvel shows. Do you agree with our list? Link in the comments for more. Blue Lord. So boom, number 12, deserved. 11 should be higher, but I understand why people hate it, so I guess deserved. 10 should definitely be higher. See, man. But see, bro. See, I see what they're getting at. Okay, so boom. Number 1, WandaVision. Understandable. Number 2, Loki. Understandable. Number 3, Hawkeye. Let's just say we should replace Hawkeye with Moon Knight. And Moon Knight is number 10. Fuck you mean? Number 4, X-Men 97. Number 5, Miss Marvel. Number 6, Agatha Long. 7, She-Hulk. 8, What If. 9, Falcon and Winter Soldier. 10, Moon Knight. 11, Echo. 12, Secret Invasion. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Good evening, fine Americans. It is time to do your duty and sit your ass down and watch this show with I and the rest of the gang on this movie view extravaganza. With I, Captain Review. And one of the very patriotic Cosby kids over here from Ghana. And we having such a good time. You're back. Well, you mission accomplished. You are a true hero yourself. Villain. Oh, people, how y'all doing today? You wore your underoos and everything. I don't know what I'm serious. You wondering what this is right here? I told you, I'm Captain Radio. You can reference from here, but ring bell right here, I don't know how he captured the most unflattering angle of you. I'll talk to him. So y'all, this is the poster to my comedy show. It's coming up, as you can see, on March 28th. And I just talked to him. I was like, hey, but for real, I said, why did you choose that? He said, well, I don't want to be too serious because it's a comedy show. I said, well, you don't have to be wrong. You don't want to be too serious, but you don't have to get stupid either. Yeah, this comedy show, like, no, I did what's mentally challenged. Yeah, that show's gonna be stupid. Not sure. Somebody said, tell a joke. I had the joke for you. You want one? Listen to the comedy style. Captain Radio. I have the joke for you, sir. He said, why did tomato blush? You take the before? I've heard this. Why did the tomato blush? Why? Because it saw the salad dressing. He didn't tell me that one, but I heard it back then. Hey, I have another one for you. What did the hat say to the other hat? I don't know. What it would? Stay here. I'm going on ahead. Johnny Carson used to do this. I'll be here all night. All right, y'all. Let's get into Captain America, Brave New World. Probably going to end up being kind of a controversial film. And you know what? It already is. We talk about it. Yeah, it's funny. They changed the title to make it less controversial. Well, they failed. The New World Order. Come on. Yeah, and that did not help at all. You would imagine how bad it would have been. I mean, they were trying to do right by people, you know, because acknowledging that big ass hand, right? That shit been there for years. Everybody's been ignoring it. For like about 10 movies. Nobody talking about this big ass hand in his hat out in the ocean. So big is up in the atmosphere.
We're like, well, if we don't look at it, maybe it'll just go away.
Yeah, yeah. But how? Planes running into it. I really was like, well, like, man, y'all do something about this. This damn hand over here.
Well, as long as they didn't talk about it, it was like the Eternals didn't happen.
Exactly.
But now it's like, okay, well, I guess it did.
Yeah, they are now ready to try to address that. Yes, Eternals does exist. They were trying to ignore that for a long time. But that hand kept trying to raise up like an ad, trying to ask a question. I'm here. Me.
Yeah. Who else?
All right, what do you want? But yeah, man. Oh, and also giving the Incredible Hulk from 2008. They give that a little love too. But you know, but they digging for that adamantium right there with that big hand. And that's why they have to go ahead and address the Eternals. Because it's going to play a big part in MCU. And you know, you've been paying attention, or you've been comic books, you know that with adamantium is setting up the But before we get to the X-Mans, the world needs to decide how they're going to split up that adamantium. You know what I'm saying? Adamantium when they get it. And that's not going to be too easy to do. When you have the President of the United States out there acting goddamn fool. And it's not his fault, some people would say, because, hey, you know, there's a shadowy villain behind the scenes that's controlling the movie.
Pull that Chizo! I might not even take a shot.
Mike says that there was a president being controlled by a shadowy supervillain in the background. It's not no names. But the only one who come in, the only one to save the day, who has access to the president, and hopefully find out what's going on, and try to get him in line, is that new Captain America. Where you at, man? Come on, playing this trailer out there. Where you at? Come on, Captain America. There he is, Anthony Mackie as Captain America. Only he can get to the bottom of this. But more important, in addition to trying to get the president in line and figure out what's going on, played by Harrison Ford, who is actually what's his name? Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt Ross. The Hulk chaser out there. But more importantly, at least for old Cap, is that he has to save his friend, who is the original Captain America, Isaiah Bradley. He's been mixed up in this whole thing. He's been accused of an assassination attempt, and they're putting him right back where they had him years ago. They tested his ass. Yeah, I ain't going back to jail. I don't want to go back in my box. And Cap said, well, yeah, you got to. I got about some time.
And I was fucked up, man. I really fell for that nigga, bro. I was like, damn.
You know, no pomade for you, apparently.
He couldn't control himself. They just got this nigga out the house acting like he's different. That shit was
figure out what's going on. This new Captain America has his hands full. And then there's the rest of them. And I'm talking about us. That's people in the movie. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But let's take a look at this trailer one more time for Captain America Brave New World.
Since when were they grand?
You don't want me? Come and get me! This shit's I got the serum. That's true, goddamn. Oh, let me see. Let me see here, y'all. So much controversy. So much controversy. A movie that tried to have no controversy, well, they got it in an extra helping of it too. I think they came back in third. They hold this. Yeah, so much controversy with this movie, man. So there's this thing that just came out today. A whistleblower report about. You can see it right here. This is Adam Pulse, but this is everywhere. There was a Vulture report that says alleged Captain America Brave New World crew member says everyone on the crew knew this is probably not going to be a good film, and maybe that's true because there have been reports of trouble behind the set with this movie for a while, reshoots and all this kind of stuff. You know, there's a protest over an Israeli actress in this movie.
Oh boy.
Anthony Mackie and his remarks or his comments is, you know, they got on him about that for a while, something about, you know, make America and patriotism and whatnot. There's 3 other dudes that are coming out
Don't
causing trouble for this movie.
Ready.
There's a conservative backlash over this movie.
Check it out,
And
check it
also,
out, check it out.
let me say this, the movie is pretty ambitious on its own. Because you're trying to combine comic book storytelling with a classic political thriller. This right here, y'all wouldn't recognize this movie. You're too young for it. Some of you might recognize some of the people in it. I tell you, you gotta see this movie. It's The Manchurian Candidate. It has Frank Sinatra doing kung fu. Frank Sinatra actually broke his hand, I think. In that part, he had a little.
Some of the bones right there.
And he had a little bump on his hand. I remember hearing this a long time ago for the rest of his life on his hand right there. But anyway, that's The Manchurian Candidate. It's a movie about, and you hear people reference this, you probably even know what it's from. It's a movie about sleeper agents. Yeah, this dude here's a certain word, trigger word, and turns into an assassin. You'll see some of that in this movie.
That's the whole thing of fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't they remake that movie?
Yeah, so this is an extension of Winter Soldier in a lot of ways, man, because you know they're kind of doing the whole thing with the assassinating trope by trigger word. That plays a larger part in this. It has the same kind of tone, also being an action
Political thriller.
But I'm gonna tell you, man, for all the controversy and negativity that this movie is getting, and I normally don't even look at reviews before the movie comes out, or I'm sorry, before our reviews come out for the show. But I couldn't help but see the reviews for this. I was reading some other stuff. There were stories about how at first it was split, and then they were talking about how this movie now has one of the lowest ratings for a Marvel film. Damn. And I sat back and thought about it, and look, man, I told you, I'm never influenced by these reviews. And I just gotta tell you, man, I like the movie. I'm one of those people who's just, listen, we all have that movie that the general public or the majority they don't like it, but for some reason, we like it. And this is that movie for me. I'm not an anomaly here. I like this film. And listen, I'm not here to defend the movie. I'm not here to argue with anybody about the movie. I'm not. I'm actually open. I'm really open to hearing why people don't like the movie. I say people, perhaps y'all. If you don't like the film.
I'm on your side. I like the movie.
Okay. Well, I'm not saying do not like it. I'm just saying if you don't like it, I'm actually looking forward to hearing it. You might even change my mind.
Well, I'll say this. I don't love the movie, but I do like it.
Yeah.
And in liking it, I see a lot of flaws with it.
Right, I'm the same way.
But I also see a lot of things that I actually really like or love. So that kind of evens it out. But when it was all said and done, I was like, I really wasn't. And I'd just say I was entertained, but I was like, there's a lot of good stuff here. If it's, to me, like the biggest fault of the movie is it's not allowed to be itself because it's carrying the water. It has on its back. It's like they say, like, we can make this movie, but only if you can do these extra favors for us, which is connect to this movie and connect to this show and bring this around full circle.
Yeah.
And introduce this character.
Yeah.
And it's those things that kind of get in the way to drag it down.
Yeah.
But outside of that, the story idea I think is great.
Yeah.
And man, Anthony Mackie he's just Captain America all day. He is this movie. I mean, there's a lot of good things in the movie, but he is the greatest thing.
Yeah. People. So I'm right there with y'all. There are major flaws with this movie, and some of them I was predicting before anybody had anything negative to say about the movie. I was just looking at the trailer and I was like, I don't know about that. And I was like, yeah, I know now. Yeah, I don't like that. But let me just tell you what it is that I'm looking at the movie. And some of this is why I don't like to read reviews or look at reviews or anything before we do our reviews, because now it seems like I'm going to be responding to these reviews. But I can't help but, it was going to listen. Whether I saw any commentary about the movie or not, these are still going to be my opinion.
Yes,
So,
yeah.
but I'll just address them in the sense that, these are some of the things I read. I'm like, well, you know what, I disagree with that. So one of the things that I disagree with this, well, no, actually, let me tell you what it is. First of all, you talk about Anthony Mackie. Yes, Anthony Mackie is a great actor. He has come into his own right here in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I mean, from that, for people on the fence about him, when you saw him, being to Captain America's left, you're talking about Steve Rogers. He's come a long way, man. And the thing is, this brother has actually, he has taken that title of Captain America and he has owned it. Yeah. This movie right here. Regardless of you think about the movie, he is a great Captain America, man. He can lead a Marvel movie.
Oh yeah,
right. Yeah.
And a smart thing they do, which it was done in the comics, so it's not like they came up with it, but having Joaquin Torres as the Falcon. That way you can't look at Anthony Mackie and go like, you ain't Captain America, you're the Falcon. It's like, nope, he's the Falcon.
But man, Anthony Mackie can lead a Marvel movie. You might not like what they're doing in this film story-wise, but giving him a great script. Let's just say you put him in an Avengers movie where he has to lead. Have no doubt. Well, there's no doubt about my that he cannot lead a Marvel movie. He cannot lead the Avengers. Also, I like him with Harrison Ford in the movie.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford is doing the same thing as Spider-Man. But man,
well, he is Harrison Ford enough.
Harrison Ford, when you get so mad, man?
It's funny because I heard you talking about a little bit.
I need to go back and watch William Hurt's scene, because I really didn't notice the difference in the character. And it's a whole completely different actor.
What's the matter? What's this shit?
You can write this shit, but you still can't say it. Who can say it? Everybody else can say it.
Yeah. Where's my weed? Yeah, smoke this shit, man. Right. So fuck else. We supposed to calm your ass down. So make me married. Hey, you need a new strain, man. But hey, as for the movie, I think it fits his character because there are great scenes with Anthony Mackie and Harrison Ford where I just love their growing antagonism in the movie, man. And because you can tell there's tension and they're trying to be cool with each other, and you just know that they're not. It's not gonna work out.
Right.
Yeah, just say,
well, especially with Sam Wilson, he's like, I don't trust you, I don't like you, but I'm trying to work with you.
Well, I gotta work with you.
I'm trying to make this work.
Because I have to.
Which is why I want you to help me rebuild the Avengers.
You're like, this is settled.
Talking to him like, interesting, but you know what? You're one of the good ones. You're a credit to your race.
Racist shit going on. I don't know. I mean, he did have a sister, but I don't know about this.
This movie has a lot of stuff where if you're black, you can read between the lines. It's like, it's right there clear. It's like, I mean, I'm not saying it's as black as Black Panther, but it's kind of up there.
No, it is. I think that actually has some effect on how this movie is perceived, but I'll get that a little bit. Like I said, Harrison Ford is cranking his works here, man. Shit. I'm looking at him right here. This fool, you can hear him because he really is grumbling his way through this movie. I'm like, damn. I mean, I know it's your thing, but get this man a glass of water. Yeah, but
Step one away from
that. And what I love about him in the movie is that he's trying to be cool. Right, yeah. Because the movie starts out with him flipping tables and mad and tearing shit up. And they actually have to say, if you're going to run for president, you got to calm your ass down. But he can't control himself. Hell, this is
With any crust and any toppings for just $9.99.
I can't wait for the spoiler review because they really not saying some shit and it could be like very information. bitch is small, bro. And they really try to give me another thing of popcorn, bro. I'm like, nah, bro. They small. Look at the Ant-Man bitch. That bitch light up just like it. But that bitch small. Smaller than fucking Headpool. Smaller than fucking Miles Morales. Fuck. It's definitely fucking smaller than the Spider-Gwen bitch. Oh, man. That's why most people is getting that bitch. I just walked up to him like, yeah, give me all three.
He gives a solid performance, no matter how dumb he thinks this is. He goes in there, he says his lines, and I will tell you one thing I did like small detail. They do explain, this is something that you didn't like at first. They do explain why he does not have the mustache.
Oh yeah.
I won't say what it is, but they give a very good reason as to why. And it does, man, it makes complete sense.
And that's all I asked for.
Yeah.
Just give me a good explanation. I'll go with it. Give me a half-ass explanation. I'll go with it.
They gave a good explanation. It makes total sense. The story here. Yes, it has problems, y'all. But I'll just say this. There's one thing that I have a bias for coming in liking this movie is that I do like the darker, continuing feel. We already talked about this. Something like Winter Soldier. You know, this is like a combo of Winter Soldier, a James Bond movie, and as I just told you, the Manchurian Candidate. I think it's a mix that doesn't always work, and there's a reason why I think it worked better in Winter Soldier, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. But I would say this: it does. It's not perfect. It definitely stumbles a lot. But when it was hit, it was fun.
Yeah, yeah. I agree. Yeah, and you know, it could have worked as well as Winter Soldier. If it just didn't have so many other things tugging at it.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier wasn't beholden to anything. It wasn't even beholden to the first Captain America movie.
No.
There was no going back. But with this one, there's so many like, you know, it's going like, hey, I hope you watch the Falcon and the Winter Soldier because that's important.
Yeah.
And if you don't remember the Hulk, real quick, go back and rewatch that. The Incredible Hulk, and then come back.
Yeah.
And well, this thing Eternals, maybe you don't have to rewatch that again, but if you saw it, you know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that. But also, this plot, it's simpler than the Winter Soldier was, and yet they have characters explain and re-explain what's happening like 2 or 3 times. And it's like,
I know.
It's like, man, you gotta trust your audience to know.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they've been showing it in front of focus groups who've been like, I don't know, I don't like it.
Yeah.
So that made them panic and do something stupid.
Yeah, that's probably why you have to reshoot everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, that's another thing you brought up is like, man, you know, we're falling to this thing now, and I think this is the problem with the shows. It's become a problem with the movies. You know, there's this. It was cool when it was in phase 1, connecting everything. Now it's too much, and now we're connecting with things that we left a long time ago, and now you're trying to bring this back.
Yeah.
You know, it's like so.
I was thinking about that on the way over here, like the things that go wrong in this movie. I was like, you know what? I think the Disney Plus shows were a failed experiment.
No, they weren't. They did not help.
They didn't help. All they did was they
muddied the waters.
They muddied the waters. Yeah.
You know,
it would have been better to not do those and save up those ideas and resources to do full on movies.
Because we doing things that we ain't going back to. Ain't nobody going back. I mean, maybe later on by that time, maybe they'll be like, what? Like Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
You know, but not the Marvels itself was something that was too reliant on other things. You know, so I think what you're seeing here with this is that I think just on the tail end of that practice, that that habit of trying to connect everything, and maybe moving forward, hopefully Marvel will be leaner.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, man, listen, while the story has its flaws, I will say that the pacing, at times I think is pretty tight.
Yeah.
And I think because I was saying, okay, that's flaw right there. That's I can go, but I will say that I never did feel it drag.
No. It moves at a good clip.
The pacing keeps it tight.
Yeah.
You know, whether you like the story or not, you can say that it does. It keeps moving. So here's something that I did want to address that that some people have been criticizing. They've been criticizing the look of the movie, and I would say this: maybe it's inconsistent, but it's probably for a good reason. Because I think that first of all, it's nice to see a movie without a whole lot of loud colors.
Yeah.
You know, this of course is a darker tone. You know, it's more of a shadowy movie right down to how it looks. And I'm gonna tell you something. The reason why I like that, you know, not only because Marvel has been too jelly bean colorful for a while.
He's kind of jelly being
Right.
colorful.
Yeah, but I will tell you why those movies look like that. Those movies look flat. And Marvel's not the only one that can be accused of that. This is for any movie that has a lot of CG and a lot of green screen. When they have those movies that are lit on green screen, they have to light them flat.
Yeah.
So that they can put in effects and make it, you know, it can be flexible with those effects. A lot of stuff they do in post. So they have to like light it off. This movie, being that it's more of a spy thriller, means that they shot in more real life locations. So when you do that, you're able to get shadows and good contrast and darker colors and no pun intended with my but your blacks, you know,
Yeah.
whatnot. You know, so I got the cinematography for the places that were shot in real life places. I said, you know what, this looks like a movie instead of a special effects film or something. And the thing is, it is a special effects film.
Yeah.
You know, and when they get those special effects, yeah, that's when it turns into.
Fast, really simple. You know, it's really convenient for customers that don't want to get.
Cheez-It cramps can happen anywhere, so eat Cheez-It crackers any way you can.
More of a CG action film, but you know, you can look like when they're shooting on real sets with real furniture, real walls, and real things in there instead of a green screen. I think it looks good.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a bad looking film. I think people been a little too harsh on that, but you know, sometimes you get the contrast of the CG scenes and they'll mix it in with these nice cinematography. It feels inconsistent.
I didn't think that they were inconsistent. I just did think. I think the directions, or at least the camera work, was so much flat, but I was like, it's missing pop. You know what I mean? Like it was done by somebody who was competent, but not somebody who was like extra special. And that's what I kept thinking. Like, this movie just keeps missing the boat of doing something a little extra special.
Yeah, I don't know. I really like the cinematography here, but I can see it. You know, I can see that.
But you know what? One of the things people have been complaining about, rightfully so, with Marvel movies, is that they just spend more comedies. Like barely, you know, everybody like, can we get serious about anything? And this is not a jokey movie. Which is not to say it's super self-serious. There's moments of levity.
Yeah.
But it's not one of these wacky comedies.
Well, that's why I like the dark and grittier tone, and I think people actually. And we've all been saying, y'all stop joking, y'all stop playing, and now they have it, and y'all trying to hold that against it, man. Y'all ain't that fun.
Yeah.
Because now they even tried to say, man, they use Marvel pages at the beginning. I was like, well, I think that's because they were trying to fit the tone of this feeling like a retro political thriller.
Exactly.
You know, I don't think that was done because they were ashamed of the movie, and you know, they're trying to push this aside and bury it. I don't think that's the case at all.
I was surprised they had no fanfare. I ain't gonna lie.
Sequences in here.
I was like, okay, fuck it, we serious. Let's get it.
Jeff Body sequence in here that y'all been seeing in the trailer. You know, I actually thought that was that sequence was a lot of fun. You know, of course, it's one of their bigger special effects CG scenes. And again, you can tell, but I thought it was pretty fun. But I think that the fights were pretty cool. I thought they were done pretty well.
Well, especially that end fight. It's like they saved everything up for that.
Yeah,
That was exciting.
I even like the intro fight because I think it's a nice opening sequence. It's a rescue sequence.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's a good display of Captain America's Sam Wilson and Mackie. I think it's a good display of his heroics. You know, because he's putting hostages over the mission and whatnot. So it shows what heart is. It shows he can handle it. Even if the dialogue is a little cheesy sometimes. Every time I tell you, like Danny Ramirez, who's the Falcon out there. You know, he got the character's name.
Joaquin Torres.
Yeah. I liked him and Captain America together, man. I thought they had a good, natural feeling friendship. They had good back and forth.
Anthony Mackie had good chemistry with everybody he interacted with.
Right, that's why I said my movie.
Hell, Anthony Mackie.
Hit up with the blick, hit up with the blick,
Look, I ain't giving y'all spoilers if I say this. I'm not, but Anthony Mackie is so likable. That fool even, couldn't jump out his trailer, but that fool even had a chemistry with the Hulk at the end.
Come on, man.
Hey man, we cool. Yeah, man.
Why are we doing
That's
that?
getting real low. Hey man, we boys. Yeah. So they get a good job on making the Red Hulk like the Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Hands on the head, and words on the floor.
There's some things to like. A lot of people are. They're just harsh on that. It's not getting harsh. Because what I think might be a flaw might be a bigger flaw to other people. But yeah,
Check my fucking phone.
I'll tell you
I need to
that,
go over there. Check my fucking phone.
like I said, there are flaws, and we're about to get into that a little bit. But before I do that, since I'm going to be so negative right here, let me go ahead and do a word from our sponsor at this moment right here.
No awkward segue.
I thought about it.
Hey, I thought for sure Captain Radio had a way to segue into
These people are going to jump on that. Like, what are you doing that voice, man? For your support. Now, back to this review right here. Okay, so here's some of the things that I was watching the movie. And when I was watching the movie, I was saying, all right, that's not working for me. So the thriller, the political thriller parts, they're very gritty. A lot of them felt grounded, and I think it kind of clashed when the movie went into like full comic book mode. You know, like this is something I said with the trailer. I don't know how that dark, grounded, that gritty political thriller feel is gonna work out when you have the president turn into a damn Red Hulk over here. Also, I don't want to tell you about because you already know, but I'm not gonna say anything. But there's another villain in here. He walking around looking crazy. It's just like I was like, I don't know if he fits. Some of this.
He doesn't fit. You really forgot him from
Right, yeah. I forgot all about him.
like the last 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And then the makeup they do on him here is so half-assed.
It looked
It really looked like a plastic shower cap they stuck in.
Yeah, it was some rocks under or something.
With some green makeup.
When you first see him, he's always in low lights. You never get to see like
Right.
saying his upper part. And when you see it, like shit.
Yeah.
Like what's that low light?
It's like, y'all don't want to do something about this?
Yeah,
Like, can I get into it? I know I can make it better.
I thought he was kind of weak too.
Yeah.
Like,
That was like an afterthought.
Yeah.
right, yeah. I was like, I don't have no faith in you.
This
Like
man
first I did, but
went around this movie looking like a damn frog. And like this. Okay, see that? Now this is what I'm talking about with and like I said, I'm not gonna tell you who he is, but if you saw who I'm talking about and you've seen the movie already, so you know what I'm talking about. Like a damn cartoon frog running around, and that's the problem with what he look kind of froggy and hard to write. Like he had a short cap.
we go outside, you see it.
They put him in way too much bright light. I'm like, y'all put this damn amphibian looking man in broad daylight to look to see how bad he looks.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sorry, this looks bad. He looks bad.
Like what's that low light?
It's like, y'all don't want to do something about this?
Yeah,
Like, can I get into it? I know I can make it better.
I thought he was kind of weak too.
Yeah.
Like,
That was like an afterthought.
right, yeah. That's a
Y'all don't want to do something about this? Like, can I get into it? I know I can make it better.
I thought he was kind of weak too. Like,
That was like an afterthought.
right, yeah. I was like, I don't have no faith in you.
This
Like
man
first I did,
went
but
around this movie looking like a damn frog. Okay, see that? Now this is what I'm talking about with And like I said, I'm not gonna tell you who he is, but if you saw who I'm talking about and you've seen the movie already, some of you know what I'm talking about. It looks like a damn cartoon frog running around, and that's the problem with what man, he looked kind of froggy, and Martin's right. Look like he had a shirt.
We go outside, you see it.
They put him in way too much bright light.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all put this damn amphibian looking man in broad daylight to look to see how bad he looks.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sorry, this looks bad. He looks bad. The Hulk looks good, but it just feels weird out of place. It's like somebody took. It's like they took again a very dark political thriller and then threw in some action figures and toys.
And the problem with Red Hulk, like, you know, we see him in the trailer, so we know he's there.
Yeah.
And they just like they hold out so late. It's like, man, this is cool, but you should have been weaving this in and out until now.
If y'all expecting Red Hulk, man, look, he also like that last 15 minutes.
Yeah. But you know, it's like, but still, it's like we already see. You've been teasing and teasing, and like this is what's wrong with some trailers now. You know, you got Harrison Ford as the president, Woodley. You're like, what you know what you gonna do? Like, turn, just do it. Yeah. Like, you saw the trailer, man. Like, just turn.
No, I need my feel like
Winter Soldier, why did it not have this problem? Because the Winter Soldier did not go to those links. You know, they did not have a big crazy looking Hulk. They didn't have a frog man walking through here. You know, the biggest threat here was an organization and a corrupt politician. That was your big reveal. So the movie kind of kept the same tone, which is weird to say because this is Marvel. But I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not saying you can't have the Hulk and a Salamander Man in a movie, you know, doing things. It's just I don't think they weaved it in very well here.
Well, even with the TV series, they didn't have any kind of like big supervillain like that.
Yeah, no, that's true. In this movie, but the one that we are being very careful to not show our name at the moment. If you really think about how the movie moves at a pace to where you might not, but if you really think about it, that shit don't make no sense.
Yeah, I was like, how does he get dumber throughout the movie? I'm like, at first I'm like, okay, I get what you're doing. I get your understand motivation, stuff like that. As it goes along, I'm like, what? Like, how did he? Alright.
Well, I'll just say it's a very Manchurian candidate. It involves mind control, and you really start thinking about it. How do you do that? Okay, how does that happen? There, some of these, I really don't. I mean, maybe there are answers, but at my meetings,
Calculations.
You're right here.
Calculations.
I got 85% walk out of here.
The odds. I've calculated the odds.
Plot hole.
Shut up. Don't think about it.
Yeah, man, that's another thing with the movie too. They do some of this. Some of it works, the mind control stuff, but some parts of it. But again, as good as the tone of this film is at points, when some characters get mind control, they do the mind control dance.
Oh,
Yes, they have a whole platoon. Oh yeah, some mind control in there.
Do I want to take a shot? Do I want to take a shot? Do I want to take a shot? 737 miles.
737. Makes you wonder if they had a smarter movie in the test audience. Like, they don't get it. They're like, all right, so let's put this down. Let's have every one of your characters re-explain.
You have to kind of be careful how you do this. Maybe it's all lighting and everything, but you know these characters come in and they look like this looks cartoonish. You know, no matter how much we try to make it look like Harrison Ford, make it look realistic, it's really not fitting this movie right here, man. Which is crazy because it's a Marvel movie. I feel stupid saying it, but you know they create a certain tone and really just didn't know how to make things really fit into it sometimes.
Yeah, they kind of back themselves into a corner. It's like, oh, you making that kind of movie? Yeah, well, that's cool and all, but you got to put this Hulk in there.
Yeah.
You gotta put this Hulk in there.
And listen, Red Hulk is a thing in the comics. I know, but you know, I mean, again, strategy. They just need to be a more strategic way to do this than the way we do it. I saw it right here. Maybe not have it out here in front of these goddamn cherry blossoms, which I know there's a reason why I'm not gonna say anything. But again, this is all bright and just with this being so bright and you know sunny and everything, it just doesn't. None of this feels right. Another thing with this is that you know we're talking about how they're trying to connect with these movies, and that is true, man. It's like, come on, man. You know, I don't.
I want to go see it again. Like I said, if I would have had the money to do it, I would have wanted to go see it again. Me personally.
We can't ignore.
Like, it was good to me.
Hand out there. We can't. I don't. So I can't really fault
Yeah,
them.
that one was like a, okay, it's being addressed. That's fine.
Yeah, everybody keep bringing it up.
And yeah, and they connected it to adamantium, which we know what that leads to. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But then it just kept going.
It kept going. And the thing is, you know, okay, so maybe this is the problem. I'm not even saying it's a big problem for me, but maybe this is going to be a problem for other people. Maybe this is why people actually come and criticize the movie so much. Because, you know, you're trying to tie this movie, and you're trying to, you know, again, what we were saying earlier, you know, we're trying to finally connect these things.
Yeah.
We're trying to finally addressing all this. But we're addressing this with two mediocre movies. The Incredible Hulk was good, but it wasn't, you know, wasn't banging like the other ones.
Yeah. We could have forgotten all of that and we were fine.
Yeah. So you're trying to connect this to, you know, as far as time has made these movies mediocre films. You know, the Eternals and you know the Incredible Hulk. You know, so listen, we've been mentioning the Hulk, so I don't really mind that so much. You know, keep talking about the Harlem incident. It's been mentioned. Your boy the Abomination showed up in She-Hulk.
Yeah.
So, you know, and like I said, we got to talk about adamantium in the hand and everything. But, you know, the two mediocre movies, and addressing them and trying to connect them in the same film. I don't know, maybe that's a bad addressing two things that people either didn't like or didn't care for too much.
Right. While already being a continuation of the TV series Falcon and the Winter Soldier, there's a lot that happens there that you need to know about into this one.
Yeah.
And kind of a plug for the Thunderbolts in this as well.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's trying to do too many things.
Well, it says some dialogue is goofy. You know, it's other things don't help. They got some stupid ass marketing for this movie. Hulk feet. Nobody want no Hulk feet.
Come on.
I want them green bitches though. I ain't gonna lie. I saw them. I saw them red bitches, but I want them green bitches.
Everybody talking about who you supposed to be, right? Cheap red
Is that the TV version?
Oh god. I caught you red footed, stupid looking ass.
And bunions. It's crazy. Another thing that probably don't work this man's hair. Why does this man like this? Got this poof on his head.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it looks good when he has it slicked back in his suit, but yeah, we didn't put the pomade on it. I was just like, that's an odd haircut. It's very distracting. I mean, so like, is this a thing where he got stuck in time, like back in the 80s when you did shit like that, and he just doesn't change?
That's what I'm like, what are you doing, man? Because I have a theory that Marvel wanted to cut his hair. He's like, no, you ain't.
It's taking me this long to grow it out.
Yeah.
But most of the time I've seen Carl Lumley, he's got his hair cut close.
Yeah, not here.
I know.
He look like a black sideshow Bob right here.
I got a black sideshow bar.
I'm like, I could not stop looking at this. Every time you try to do a serious scene, I'm like, man, cut that shit.
You start crying and shit.
Yeah, that damn poop on his head. There's a lot of flaws in this movie. Like I said, I keep saying that. I wish I could actually back this movie up more. I really do. It's a little too inconsistent for me. So the complaints out there that I see, I'm probably not going in as hard as they are, but you know, I did enjoy the movie. I had fun with it. Probably not too much beyond a very high rental. You know, at most a low, very low matinee. But I think I'm gonna go high rental because I don't think that this movie has a lot of things that you see on the big screen. And it's just another thing with me just being frustrated with Marvel.
Every time I die, they just burn me out again. But one day, changed everything. We exterminate every multiple. It was a fight to the death.
Mickey 17, Part 7, rated R.
People fall in debt for all kinds of reasons. A lot of times you can plan for life, but life doesn't plan for you.
Check out these deals of the week at Walgreens.
I think that this phase, this past phase, is just getting very irritating to me, and I think the effects of it still felt within this movie right here. And so, yeah, it'll probably be a high rental for me, man. And I ended up seeing it in the theater. I had no regrets. I wasn't up there mad and running like, when is it gonna be over? Like I said, I think it was well. But I would also say that, I feel bad saying this. I think some of the harsher things that affected this is that we have a political themed movie, and I don't think that's not right either. I'm not even saying that it shouldn't be political. I'm just saying, well, yeah, man, we're at a time when, people are trying to escape politics, and they're triggered by politics, and, I think that this is, that's contributing to some of the negativity with this. You have the president, that they say has dictator tendencies in the film. Of course, it's Harrison Ford. And I'm not even saying that this is what it is. I'm saying this is probably what people will see. You have the president with dictator-like tendencies in here. He gets angry. He goes on a rampage. He turns red.
But not orange.
No. Well, he turns to a big MAGA hat. No, big MAGA hat. Even if, whether you're for or against the current president, you're probably seeing it here. It's probably like, man, I just don't want to see this shit, man. Yeah, I'm just done with it. Which is no fault of the movie result. But also, I don't want to blame politics or racism for the criticism of this movie. But there is a group of people out there that I do think they're coming in and they're going hard in this movie because this is the time of DEI. This is during this time where people are very harsh against diversity. I don't know why. You have a movie here. Go ahead and put this up. You have a movie here where I can't help but just think a little that this conservative backlash is contributing to some of the negativity here.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and I doubt it's just the other things we're talking about, the reshoots. I doubt those things have a big factor here. I'm not as Anthony Mackie's comments probably didn't help. They probably pushed out a little bit. But really, man, look, you got two main superheroes. You got one that's black and the other's brown, and they flying around, and people like, wait a minute, they can fly now?
You say the U.S.
This shit, flying brown man is conservative's worst nightmare right now. Shit, they getting right over that wall. But also for some people, you can just think about this. A black Captain America. During this time, I just don't sit right. So that's another reason why I wish I did this movie more, because I would love for it to counter that.
That would have been so funny if I'm faking a hiccup and I would have actually got some fucking hiccup. I would have been so pissed.
So that's why I'm disappointed that I wish I liked it better. I really do. But I still think it's an entertaining film. I still think the pacing is good. I wish the script was better.
Yeah, I agree with just about all of that. Like I said, there's a laundry list of flaws and probably some things I didn't even mention. But I do come back to how much I did like, or really, really like the things I liked. And for the most part, I think it's on that level of, it's like, okay, it's because they've done these Disney Plus shows, they're used to doing stuff like that. Another problem with this movie is that this falls into that category of these Marvel movies where they get directors who've only worked on small movies. Chloe Zhao with the Eternals, and Nia DaCosta with the Marvels. And they turn these big projects over to them, and I don't think they're just ready for it. This is this director here, Ona. He'd only done smaller movies.
They said he wasn't ready for this.
Yeah,
he was being bowled over by Harrison Ford.
Well, that's just like with Kevin Smith, the problems he had with Bruce Willis on Cop Out, where he said this older veteran actor was just bullied him. He never really had a chance to do anything he wanted. So reading that article, I was like, this makes sense. This is why between the studio and I won't put all the blame on Harrison Ford, but a director like this, that studio is going to tell him what he's going to do. And he's probably just overwhelmed. They talk about it going over budget. Yeah, he's probably shooting some things. They said it was a lot of stuff that got shot that they ended up scrapping.
Yeah.
And so they put together what they, what they did and something that could satisfy the test audience. There's so many things that went wrong just in putting the movie together. And you read about all that, I was like, I'm surprised it came out as good as it did.
Yeah.
Because it's competent. You can understand it. There's not a lot of eye rolling, and so much of it is just so likable. While I was thinking like, I hate to have to give this a high rental, but I was bowled over by the fight at the end. I was like, all right, this was a happy I'm seeing this on the big screen kind of thing. And while I'm not so much anxious to see this again, there's a part of me that's like, I wouldn't mind watching this again. So I'm gonna go with a low band.
Like the movie, now y'all right, man. There's definitely some flaws while watching this. I think one of the biggest flaws was that the villains was just weak. You have Aaron, not Aaron. What was that?
Don't say that.
Oh, don't say that. Okay, so I can't say him, but it's like we've seen him before. Then you have John Esposito. That's the other one.
Yeah.
And he's one of my favorite actors. I love him, but I felt like he was underused in this one.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wish he was the main villain watching this. So I'm like, his scenes I thought were amazing, but it's just like he's there and he kind of drops off. So I was like, damn, I wish they would have done it. I wish they would have more of his character.
He's one of those characters I think they're trying to bring him back as a bigger character later.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. I got that impression.
Yeah. I think like he's like
He's a certain one. I mean, in comics he'd be like a member of the circus squad. It's like a whole bunch of
He's like Falk or something.
yeah, he's kind of like I was about to say like he's like Falk.
Yeah. I don't think he want to come back. But yeah, now we're on Collins. The other thing is, I thought the pacing. I mean, you said the pacing, you liked it. I did. I thought it was a little too slow at some points. That's just me. There's some points where I was just kind of getting bored here and there. But I'm gonna tell you guys, I know I got down at first, but I did have fun watching it. Like the action sequences, I thought was really done well. Anthony Mackie, man, like I want him to be in this movie. I don't know if they're gonna do it or not, but I really want him to be in the cinematography. I thought maybe the scenes they were indoors. I thought those were shot really well. I thought when they went outside, those didn't look good. Like I know y'all was talking about that Red Hulk deal. Y'all thought that looked good. Honestly, I didn't think that looked good.
Yeah, I just said that I didn't think it looked good.
I thought you said good. I thought you said good. Like that last 15 minutes.
Oh, I said that.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say.
No, I actually don't like this. See, I think Michael Hart likes it a little better than I do. I did not like this.
Yeah, I was like,
I thought it was. You like when I said I think it's too bright.
No. I guess I must have got y'all too confused. But yeah, honestly that last 15 minutes I did not like. I thought the CGI. I thought I was going to accept this, but I thought the CGI just kind of looked bad in some instances. But yeah, I was not a big fan of CGI. But look, I know I'm super kind of down the movie y'all see, but look, I had fun watching it. I'm not gonna give it the highest score. I'm not gonna give it the lowest score. I'll give it a low man.
I do like I said, that Anthony Mackie is the founder. He is unapologetically black. They don't whitewash the character.
Well, you made it to the end of the video. That must mean you really like what we do. So if you do, check out these other videos just like this one. Check out our other YouTube channels. And disclaimer, this video contains spoilers for all Phase 1 films in the MCU, which includes these titles. There are time codes in the description if you want to jump around. We all good on that? Alright, now let's just jump into it. The year is 2005, and blockbuster films are all the rage in the world of pop culture. With the Star Wars prequel trilogy having just wrapped up and a fourth in the ever-popular Harry Potter franchise on the way, it was clear that a lot of money was to be made from these massive franchises. But no other genre of film was booming more than comic book adaptations. While superheroes have been a part of the pop culture zeitgeist since the 70s, 80s, and 90s with the Superman and Batman films, it was only a precursor to the boom of the genre in the early 2000s. Hell, DC and Warner Brothers managed to make Batman cool again. But DC wasn't the only comic book powerhouse making movies anymore, because their direct-to
competitor Marvel was also entering the game in a big way. With an incredibly successful X-Men franchise and some of the biggest movies of all time in the two Spider-Man films, with a third on the way. The first Spider-Man even had the biggest opening weekend of all time when it was released in 2002. But that was just the beginning, as Marvel's film landscape was going through a major shift. In September 2005, Marvel Enterprises, rebranded as Marvel Entertainment, received a loan from Merrill Lynch and Company for $525 million to start producing their own films independently. Before, Marvel was just going through other studios. I mean, you got Spider-Man with Sony, X-Men and Fantastic Four were with Fox, and Blade was with New Line Cinema. Due to this, Marvel could only work with characters that they had the rights to, and these were mainly B-list characters that weren't very well known, like Captain America, Nick Fury, or even more obscure, Doctor Strange and Shang-Chi. But eventually, after the development cycle fell through at New Line, Iron Man was added to their roster, as the rights to the character returned to Marvel Studios. As such, Marvel made the Iron Man film their top priority, and it was early in 2006 that plans for the film finally began to hit a stride, with Jon Favreau being confirmed to direct in April, setting the film for release in May of 2008. Then, Avi Arad, president of Marvel Studios, decided to step down from his position, allowing other key Marvel players to climb up the ranks, one of which was Kevin Feige, president of production at Marvel Studios. Under his creative supervision, the plans for Marvel began to take shape. Marvel's already in development films were Iron Man, which began casting soon after Jon Favreau joined to direct. There was a Hulk sequel, which evolved to be more reboot than sequel, to be directed by Louis Leterrier, and an Ant-Man film with Edgar Wright attached to direct. And it was in Comic-Con 2006 that Marvel made their long-term plans clear to audiences, announcing a Captain America film, a Nick Fury film, and finally a film about the Marvel Comics version of the Norse god Thor. Oh, but those announcements weren't all Marvel had ideas for, because Kevin Feige himself teased Marvel's ultimate goal.
If you listen to the characters I named that we are working on currently, and you put them all together, there's no coincidence that may someday equal the Avengers. I think,
where every other studio was only making films about individual characters standing on their own, Marvel Studios set out with a goal to not only make standalone adventures, but combine them into a massive crossover event. This was the day that it all began. Over the next 15 years, Marvel Studios would become a powerhouse in blockbuster films, creating the highest-grossing franchise of all time, with some of the biggest impacts to pop culture over its massive run. This is a complete retrospective of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I'm about to get off.
Marvel Studios' first film, Iron Man, was now underway, and it was in September 2006 that a major piece of news broke about the film with the announcement of who would play Tony Stark. No, it wasn't going to be Tom Cruise or Ray Park or anyone else. Instead, it was going to be Robert Downey Jr. Marvel Studios made waves with the decision, turning even the most skeptical of fans into true believers. Marvel proved that they were after the best actors for these roles. They were serious about bringing them to the screen. And it was only weeks later that Marvel did it again, with Terrence Howard confirmed to play James Rhodey Rhodes, who might even take on the mantle of War Machine in a possible sequel. Next came the supporting cast, who were all announced in the early months of 2007, with Gwyneth Paltrow, Jeff Bridges, and Sean Coote joining the film just in time for principal photography to begin on March 12, 2007. With Iron Man underway, casting began for Marvel's second 2008 feature, The Incredible Hulk, with Edward Norton being announced to take on the role of Bruce Banner, further cementing the film as not a sequel but a reboot of the character. In the following weeks, Liv Tyler and Tim Roth joined, filling out the supporting cast, and they were followed soon after by William Hurt, who was to play General Ross. Then, all of a sudden, boom! First official look at Iron Man's suit was released online. Look at that. That was awesome, wasn't it? Then, both productions made a sizable presence at that summer's Comic-Con, where, going into the event, Iron Man was not really on the top of people's minds. Its B-list status had some people interested, but overall they were bigger fish to fry. But that all changed once Marvel hit the hall for their second ever Comic-Con panel. The first being the Avengers tease from 2006. Not only was the Iron Man cast gathered to promote the film, but they also showed 4 minutes of footage from the movie. Blew Comic-Con away. The footage was of Iron Man itself. Word spread quickly on the rousing success of the Iron Man footage, and the film quickly became the talk of the town, marking it as one of the most hotly anticipated movies of 2008. Oh, and I guess there was some stuff about the Incredible Hulk, too.
But did you see that Iron Man footage?
I'm just joking. There was some interesting stuff from Hulk. The biggest revelation seemed to be that Edward Norton himself was writing a new draft of the script. It led some to be more cautious than curious, but the way the cast and producers talked about the film made it sound years better than the previous Hulk entry. As the hype from Comic-Con dies down, it's time for the marketing machine on Iron Man to start fully moving. The first teaser trailer was released in September 2007, when finally general audiences could get their first look at the footage from Comic-Con. It was exciting. A largely unknown property was now slowly becoming the center of the conversation. But it was only just getting started, because it was early in 2008 that a Super Bowl teaser came out from Iron Man. Despite only having 30 seconds, Marvel made it count with a fast-paced, exciting new look at the film.
Yeah, I can fly.
But while Iron Man was go, go, go on the marketing side of things, the Incredible Hulk was suspiciously silent, with only interviews and occasional set photos keeping interest. The silent and late-in-the-day marketing campaign had some remembering all too much about the 2003 Hulk film's similar approach. At best, it meant they were hiding some of the best aspects until close to release, but at worst, it could hint towards another Hulk dud. Audiences were optimistic, however, that something real would come from the film in the coming weeks. Oh, and would you look at that, in March 2008, a teaser trailer was finally released for The Incredible Hulk. And had you seen this teaser in a theater, you might not have even known what it was until the last 30 seconds. But these 30 seconds teased the selling point of the movie, a massive fight between Hulk and his adversary, the Abomination. While the visual effects didn't blow people away, the look of the film was promising. But it wasn't all good news, because behind-the-scenes stories started to come out about Edward Norton and Marvel feuding over the final cut of the movie. It was possible that this behind-the-scenes turmoil was what caused the late-in-the-day trailer, and it could possibly spell misfortune for the final film. It almost seemed like the people behind the scenes, like audiences, didn't know what the film was ultimately going to look like. Marvel was able to mostly quench the fire surrounding the Incredible Hulk, however, as they instead focused people's attention on Iron Man, which was getting people really excited. The second trailer for the film also released in March 2008, right around the same time of the Hulk trailer, and once again audiences were blown away. The humor, the action, the visual effects, where there was once concern, there was now excitement. The movie looked like a ton of fun.
Say goodbye to digestive troubles and hello to Enfamil NeuroPro Gentleness. Make the switch today.
So many options, one great price. Build your ultimate hot bundle starting at $24.99 only at Pizza Hut.
A new year and a new adventure with the perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. With pure power unleashed.
You're 24 years old and you're still going to summer camp. I'm working at camp. What's wrong with me?
How many summers does a guy get to spend here?
However, even with the palpable excitement among fans, Marvel had their fingers crossed. Iron
Yeah, more.
Man was a massive risk. They were essentially an independent studio, making their first movie that just so happened to cost $150 million. If the film didn't succeed, then the studio probably wouldn't exist anymore, and the Marvel filmmaking business model would return to sanctioning properties off to other studios. Some concern was remedied by early box office tracking that had a lot of optimism for Iron Man's performance. It was, after all, opening on the same weekend that Spider-Man 3 did the year before, and that film garnered a massive $151 million debut, surpassing the first Spider-Man to become the biggest opening weekend of all time. So hopes were high for a repeat of history. because this year, Iron Man was set to kick off the summer movie season in a big way. And finally, the day arrived. On May 2nd, 2008, audiences could finally witness Marvel's ultimate gambit. There was only one question left to answer. Is the film good? Yeah, it's pretty good. Iron Man is a fun, fast-paced, action-packed adventure that's filled with excellent moments and performances. Robert Downey Jr. infuses Tony Stark with so much charisma, makes him immediately fun to watch. And it's made even better by the also excellent supporting players. Gwyneth Paltrow plays Pepper Potts, who isn't just a generic love interest. She's actually a character with depth on her own. She's capable, competent, and she can also go toe-to-toe with Tony Stark and can sometimes come out on top. The film also avoids cliches with her. There are a couple moments where you think the music will swell and it'll build to a big romantic moment, and then it doesn't happen. Like the moment at the end, it's set up to be the moment where Tony Stark gets the girl. The music swells, he reminds her of a romantic moment earlier in the movie, and she says,
Go downstairs. Get ready for the game. Let me there and by myself. Is that the night you're talking about?
and that's it. They don't do it. Now, this story follows Tony Stark, who starts off as an industrialist, playboy, war profiteer. He's selfish, he's out for himself, and really only plays lip service to the noble cause he's fighting for. But when he's captured by terrorists, he realizes exactly the damage his weapons are doing to the real world, and makes a heroic turn to become Iron Man. This whole first act is really good. The escape sequence is a lot of fun, the suit looks incredible, the mixture of practical and CGI is seamless, but it's also helped by Gibson, who's a fun foil for Tony Stark. He's able to create a really nice dynamic, and he also gets a properly emotional depth. Then, upon his return to the U.S., Stark furthers his design with the Mark II and perfects it with the Mark III. And these suits are incredible. The way the pieces interlock together, it's so good. The suit-up scenes are so much fun to watch. The visual effects are incredible. The action set pieces here are also great. A personal highlight is the sequence where he's chased by F-22s. The expectation might be for Iron Man to be in full dogfight mode, trying to take down the jets, but the scene resolves with him saving one of the pilots, because he's the hero, he's the good guy. And this shows that pretty effectively. But Tony isn't alone in making his suits. He has his trusty AI, Jarvis, who isn't just a gray box for him to talk to. Jarvis has an actual rapport with Tony, and is able to talk back, making him a character in his own way, which is fun.
The red car is complete. You lost your tissues, do you think? What was I thinking? You don't usually serve a sprint.
Then there's Rhodey, played by Terrence Howard. And he's alright in this. He isn't given a ton to do, but he's given a handful of significant moments. And you buy that he and Tony are friends for a long time. He also gets a big moment at the end where he looks at the Mark II and goes, really hoping for that sequel, aren't we? Now this entire film builds to a massive climax where Iron Man fights bigger Iron Man. This is the part of the movie that falls into the more generic superhero movie cliches, where the good guy has to fight a bad guy with the same power set. But this fight is still entertaining and has fun moments, especially since it uses the icing problem set up earlier to help defeat the bad guy in the climax. Set up and payoff.
How'd you solve the icing problem? Icing problem? I'm gonna look into it.
But who's inside the Ironmonger's suit? Well, it's none other than Jeff Bridges as Obadiah Stane, who, despite being a rather two-dimensional character, is able to have an effective villainous presence. There's a moment where Pepper Potts is secretly trying to uncover his secrets, and then he shows up. Oh no! The scene is super tense, and it really goes to show just how intimidating this guy can be. It also helps that he gets one of the best lines in the movie as well.
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a bunch of scraps.
But the film ends with Obadiah Stane getting blasted by a blue sky beam, which causes him to fall and destroy the arc reactor. And with that, Iron Man has defeated his first foe. And because of the giant explosion, he's got to go to the press and maintain a secret identity. You know, standard hero stuff. But his alibi is provided by this guy, Agent Coulson, who's a part of... what was it again?
The Strategic Homeland Intervention Enforcement and Logistics Division.
That's quite a mouthful.
I know. We're working on it.
Okay, this is gonna be a bit to remember. Okay, but let's give this a shot. Strategic Homeland.
Just call it SHIELD.
Oh, this was a massive SHIELD cameo this whole time? That's pretty cool. Alright, now, Tony has to maintain his secret identity. We've seen this a million times, but for kicks, let's see what he says.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Yo, he just revealed his secret identity to the whole world. That's pretty cool. It's an excellent and unexpected moment that caps off Marvel Studios' first film with a bang, leaving audiences completely satisfied with a fun, lighthearted adventure. Marvel's gamble paid off, but the movie's over now, so I'm gonna head out. Sorry, what? There's something at the end? No one told me about this. Okay, hold on, let's check this out. There is something at the end.
Whoa! Who the hell are you? Nick Fury, Director of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm here to talk to you about the Avenger Initiative.
Oh, yeah, let that ever happen. I mean, I know they said they wanted to do that a couple of years ago, but making an Avengers movie is a really big risk. Can you imagine if they actually did it? Well, maybe if Iron Man does go. Let's at least see how it did opening weekend. Well, maybe they will go for it. Iron Man exceeded expectations, nearly cracking $100 million in its opening weekend. It was met with critical acclaim and it was adored by fans. It was a massive success, kicking off the summer in a big way. With its success, Marvel wasted no time announcing their slate of movies up to 2011. Iron Man 2 was quickly slated for April 2010, followed by an adaptation of Thor in June 2010. Then Marvel slated a Captain America film for May 2011, titled The First Avenger, Captain America. Yeah, that title's kind of clunky, but it was followed by the ultimate crossover event in July 2011, The Avengers. Marvel was going for an even bigger risk than Iron Man, but if they can pull it off, they can actually pull together these films into one crossover event, then that'll be the film of a lifetime. Time would have to tell if The Avengers was actually going to happen. Audiences were excited by the prospect. Alright, now what's next? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, the Incredible Hulk's coming out in June. I kind of forgot about that one. In a bid to get as many eyes on it as possible, a second trailer for the Incredible Hulk premiered before Iron Man. But despite it showing promise, it still wasn't mind-blowing enough to make audiences forget about the 2003 film. The behind-the-scenes drama was still at the forefront, with Edward Norton unwilling to do press for the film because he wanted the film to turn out a certain way, and Marvel wanted it to turn out a different way, and Marvel ultimately won. It seemed that the story behind the scenes was becoming more interesting than the film itself. It didn't spell good news for Marvel Studios' second outing. However, early reviews were largely favorable, stating that while it wasn't as good as Iron Man, it was leagues better than the 2003 Hulk film. And with reports of a Tony Stark cameo and a possible Captain America cameo, fingers were crossed for Marvel Studios to strike twice. Over its first 3 days, The Incredible Hulk made an impressive $54 million at the box office. It wasn't a smash hit, but it was able to take the #1 spot from previous holder Kung Fu Panda. But audiences weren't exactly rushing out to see the film. word of mouth, while certainly favorable compared to the 2003 film, wasn't going to give it nearly as strong legs as Iron Man. Mainly because this is a fairly substandard comic book movie. It follows the tropes, it has the action, it has the romance. It doesn't exceed expectations, nor does it really try to. That being said, I remember watching this a lot when I was a kid, alongside Iron Man. It's kind of a revolving door of these two movies. So I personally have a bit of fun with this one. The performances, for the most part, are solid, despite not really having that same charisma that made Iron Man so strong, but they do their job here. I especially like Tim Roth as Blonsky. His character is fairly interesting. It's a different take on a villainous character in one of these movies. He's a smart guy that gets obsessed with the power that he can hold and ends up becoming a victim to it, turning into the Abomination. But the strongest aspect is the Hulk himself. The Hulk is a cool character, and he gets a lot of great moments to shine in this one. At first, you don't really see him. They do a Jaws thing where he's mostly hidden from view until a climactic moment early on where you finally get a good look at him, and he looks kind of cool. The action later on with him is also pretty well done, and the finale is incredibly brutal and hard-hitting. The designs on Hulk and Abomination are kind of ugly, and the visual effects don't seem to be going for realism, but the sequence is still largely enjoyable. It's just these two monsters absolutely ripping into each other. It's dirty, it's rough, and I think some fans were really satisfied by that, especially considering the 2003 movie was light on this kind of stuff. Like, Hulk tears a car in half and then punches Abomination with it. It's great. I also don't mind the music here. A lot of it fades into the background and you don't really think about it, but there are moments where it stands out. For me, a part of the score I quite like is during a chase sequence early on. It has a very unique sound to it that makes it stand out from other movies in the genre. The movie also has a distinct look to it. It feels very 2008 in its visuals. But some of the shots here are pretty interesting, and the visuals in the action set pieces seem to have more thought put into them than some generic action scenes from a lot of other movies. But on top of everything else, this movie ends up establishing a larger world outside of both this movie and Iron Man. There's references to Nick Fury, S.H.I.E.L.D., the Army gets these sonic cannon things from Stark Industries, but the biggest thing is that the specifics of Hulk's origins are changed here. As it turns out, the Army was trying to create a super soldier project from World War II, a project which, in the comics, created Captain America. So the Hulk is a failed attempt at recreating Captain America. So that's something. While Captain America himself doesn't appear, this inclusion does fill up this universe and makes it feel grander in scope than before. And then, of course, at the very end of the film, Tony Stark turns up and once again teases the ultimate team-up we're all waiting for.
What if I told you we were putting a team together? Who's we?
They're really gonna go for this, aren't they? Marvel is serious about bringing the Avengers to the big screen. But that's a long way out. We still gotta focus on what's happening right now. And that's the Incredible Hulk video game! I played this game a ton when I was a kid. I found it a lot of fun to just run around and tear down big robots and smash buildings. It was great. Iron Man also had a video game that I played a ton. I never really played it properly though. I was never mission focused. I just liked flying around as Iron Man. Or smashing stuff as the Hulk. It was a simpler time. But while the game was fun, the movie was receiving more mixed reviews. One only hoped that if Marvel was aiming for long-term stability, they'd make more movies like Iron Man and less like The Incredible Hulk. And that seemed to be Marvel's next step, with Iron Man 2 immediately heading into development. There were initial concerns of whether or not Jon Favreau would return to the director's chair, but ultimately he signed on to continue the story, alongside the principal cast. However, this slightly shifted the release date from April 30th to May 7th, 2010. I know, huge delay. Meanwhile, rumors began to spread on Marvel's other ventures, Thor and Captain America, with early reports stating that Marvel was looking for Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio for either role. That's interesting. Reports also stated that Matthew McConaughey could be Captain America, although he apparently had no idea that those reports were going on set. Even more surprising were rumors that Will Smith might take on Captain America. It'd be an unexpected choice for sure, and it sparked a lot of conversation, but it never went beyond rumor. What wasn't rumored, however, was that Kenneth Branagh was in talks to direct the Thor film. A pretty unexpected choice for one of these movies, but so was Jon Favreau, and Iron Man turned out pretty good, so we'll see, I guess. Speaking of Jon Favreau, what's going on with Iron Man 2? Terrence Howard just got fired and he's being replaced by Don Cheadle. What the hell? Apparently, this recasting came down to Terrence Howard wanting more money and Marvel not wanting to pay up. So instead, Marvel went with the cheaper option. It wasn't a good look for Marvel. If they were reluctant to spend too much money on their films, this franchise could very easily fall on its face. But Marvel was still trucking forward on all their projects despite this recasting hurdle. Kenneth Branagh was confirmed to direct Thor, and Joe Johnston signed on to direct the first Avenger, Captain America. Still sticking with that title, are we? Alright, your funeral. At least it also has some screenwriters now, with duo Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely taking on the Star-Spangled Man with a plan. Development and pre-production news for Marvel was coming through at a steady pace in the early months of 2009. It was confirmed that Sam
I had to use my hand.
Mickey Rourke was
my mouth to break that shit down.
Which would eventually.
I'll just break all that shit down.
Also, Emily Blunt was tapped to play Black Widow. However, that fell through due to scheduling conflicts, leading to Scarlett Johansson taking on the role in her place. This, surprisingly, wasn't well received by a lot of outlets. Her casting was not a popular choice, which might have been exacerbated by Emily Blunt's prior involvement. Who knows? Meanwhile, early casting for Thor was taking place, with leading names like Alexander Skarsgård and Liam Hemsworth for Thor, and even Josh Hartnett was considered for a moment for Loki. But despite the movie steadily moving forward, Marvel ended up delaying much of their upcoming slate. While Iron Man 2 was still set for May 7, 2010, Thor was pushed back to June 2011, and Captain America to July 2011, which pushed the Avengers back to open the summer movie season of 2012, opening May 4th. Reportedly, this was due to Marvel wanting a more streamlined release schedule and to leave the possibility open for Jon Favreau to take on the Avengers after completing Iron Man 2. This delay didn't stop pre-production, however, because as it turns out, Marvel has found their Thor, and it's Chris Hemsworth. You know, Kirk Stad from that new Star Trek movie. Weirdly enough, it seems Marvel's following in the footsteps of Star Trek 09, casting relatively unknowns for Thor, with Tom Hiddleston confirmed as Loki days later. But all news led to Comic-Con 2009, where Marvel made its presence felt with a panel dedicated to Iron Man 2. Like with the first film 2 years prior, Marvel brought the house down with 5 minutes of footage from the much-anticipated sequel, teasing the humor, action, and looks of the new characters joining the cast, including a glimpse at the one and only War Machine. If Iron Man 2 wasn't a must-see movie before, it was now. And as it turned out, audiences weren't the only ones willing to spend money on Marvel's properties, because on August 31st, 2009, it was announced that Disney would buy Marvel Entertainment for a whopping $4 billion. While some speculated on weird Marvel Disney Pixar crossovers, it seemed that the landscape for the consumer was to be largely unchanged. Marvel was still moving forward on their announced films, with their next 5 releases still to be distributed by Paramount Pictures. Eventually, casting news continued to circulate around Thor, with the side characters slowly being filled in as the months went by. Natalie Portman, Anthony Hopkins, Rene Russo, and even Stellan Skarsgård joined the cast, which is a little ironic considering Alexander Skarsgård was up for Thor at one point. But as pre-production continued on Thor, leading to an early 2010 production start, all eyes turned to Marvel's next venture, Iron Man 2. The marketing machine started to get revved up. Boom! A new teaser poster. Damn, isn't that awesome? And boom! Another poster, but with Whiplash this time. And boom! A teaser trailer. The teaser for Iron Man 2 raised excitement through the roof. It looked like they had done it again. They'd caught lightning in a bottle twice. The tone, the humor, all of the highlights of the original were on full display here. And the newcomers to the cast seemed to fit in seamlessly, with Mickey Rourke's Whiplash appearing to be a seriously imposing film. With the decade coming to a close, Iron Man 2 is proving to be a strong entry to kick off the decade ahead. As the clock turned to 2010, news began to circulate around another Marvel property, only this one was under Sony. After months of reported troubles during prep, Spider-Man 4, originally set for release in May 2011, which was to reteam Sam Raimi and Tobey Maguire, was cancelled. Sony instead opted for a reboot of the character with a new actor and director, set for release in 2012. So with this gap weekend kicking off the summer 2011 slate, Marvel acted fast to put Thor on the May 6, 2011 date. It was their riskiest property yet, so kicking off the summer movie season seemed to be a clear way to get butts into seats. As production for Thor kicked off, hype began to reach peak levels for Iron Man 2 as a second trailer was released in March 2010, showing more action, more special effects, and showing more of the team-up between Iron Man and War Machine. But that was nothing compared to the absolute bombshell way the trailer ended. I mean, Tony Stark as a suitcase that turns into an all-new Iron Man suit? That's awesome! Excitement was palpable, and Marvel only continued to get people excited as casting was starting to be nailed down for 2011's Captain America film. With a shifting roster of possible leads, so many actors, so many names, and yet so little time. Some of the names included John Krasinski, Garrett Hedlund, Chris Pine, Jensen Ackles, and eventually Chris Evans was added to the list. But some had pointed out that he'd already played a Marvel hero with Johnny Storm, so could he take on Captain America? Well, Marvel certainly thought so because, boom! Chris Evans is Captain America. Our Avengers lineup is nearly complete. All that's left is confirmation for Hawkeye, and to see whether Edward Norton will return as the Hulk. With the lead selected, the supporting cast for Captain America began to be filled out, starting with Hugo Weaving as the villainous Red Skull, followed by Sebastian Stan, Haley Atwell, and many others, as the film was set to enter production for the 2011 release. With the solo entries taking shape, the wheels began to finally turn on the ultimate crossover event, The Avengers. Marvel was on the hunt for a director, and Louis Leterrier, who helmed Incredible Hulk, was reported as one of the top contenders, but in the end, it was Joss Whedon that was selected to helm the Marvel event. The Avengers now had a director, and while Zach Penn was already attached as a writer, it was reported that Joss Whedon was to do another pass on his script himself. On top of that, he also involved himself in the Captain America script. Perhaps it was to guarantee a smooth transition, or in the worst case scenario, the Captain America script was lacking. Let's hope for the former. But all of that is so far in the future. Right now, all people are worried about is the imminent release of Iron Man 2, or as the trailers put it, Iron 2 Man. With TV spots galore, new footage, new interviews, the most anticipated movie of the summer finally arrives on May 7th, 2010, where it was time to return to the Marvel Universe for Tony Stark's second adventure. The best way to describe Iron Man 2 is to say that it's basically a feature-length version of that end credit scene from the first movie. This movie just isn't as good as the first one. That isn't to say this movie's bad, because there's still some really good stuff in here. I dare say that the first 40 minutes of this movie are actually pretty great. The setup is all here. The first time Iron Man shows up, it feels like we haven't missed a beat. The movie's picking up right where the first one left off tonally. It feels like we're right back in it.
Mr. P, blow some up. I already did that.
The performances are all good, the charisma is back, even the introduction of the villain is solid. Mickey Rourke effectively plays Ivan Vanko. The motivation is there, and his weapons are actually intimidating. All this leads to the Monaco Speedway, where Tony Stark starts to make some dumb decisions. You see the arc reactor? The thing that's keeping him alive? Yeah, it's also killing him. So he's just like, hey, you know what? Let's drive this really fast car. I'm gonna die soon, who cares? Then he gets caught in the crosshairs of Whiplash, catches Tony off guard, making for a really exhilarating sequence. He puts Tony in imminent danger, leading to the heroic moment where he gets the suitcase and it forms the Mark V around him, and it's awesome. But even that gets trashed pretty quickly. But he ultimately defeats Whiplash and stands triumphant with the crowds cheering, with a solid climactic moment. And we still have another hour and 20 minutes to go. The rest of the movie now has to rebuild that momentum going into the third act, and just retreading ground again. But also this latter half is basically just an Avengers trailer. I mean, Nick Fury shows up to say, hey, guess what? The Avengers is still happening, which, yeah, I'm interested, but it comes at the cost of this. However, there is still some good stuff in here. Sam Rockwell as Justin Hammer is probably a highlight of the entire movie. What's he doing with his feet there? How do you do that? He even gets a great moment where he's getting out all these guns to test out the Mark II to make it into War Machine, and he brings up his tiny little missile and gives a whole speech about how great it is.
And it's capable of enlisting a population of any standing structure to zero. I call it the X-Flag.
Then it's just a dud. Like, that's great. It gets me every time. The other side characters here are pretty fun too. We have Black Widow, who it's really weird to think about just how negative the reaction was to Scarlett Johansson's casting because she's pretty good in this. I mean, her presence is just a setup for the Avengers. She's a lot of fun. The action scenes she gets is actually really great. The choreography is there, it's fast, exciting, and there's humor. Where Happy's struggling to take out one guy, and then she's taking out the entire building of guys. I mean,
I got him!
it's no wonder that people began immediately clamoring for a Black Widow movie. I mean, it makes sense. But on top of those characters, we also have Coulson, who comes back briefly in this. And he's a boss. Like, he's not taking nothing from nobody.
If you attempt to leave, or let's say any games, I will tease you and watch Superman while you're dreaming with a carpet. Okay?
I think I got it.
Enjoy your evening's entertainment.
Now, the major element of this latter half is Tony Stark having to rediscover a new element so that his arc reactor isn't killing him anymore. It leads to him investigating his past, specifically his father, Howard Stark, who turns out to be a founding member of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's cool. But this whole section is quite satisfying, and it has a decent amount of emotional weight to it.
What is and always will be
My greatest creation is you. For almost 20 years, still taking your school.
The proposed element should serve as a viable replacement for your
This leads to Tony creating a triangular arc reactor, which leads to the Mark VI, which is one of my favorite suit designs. It's really cool. Then we have the massive 30-minute final battle, which doesn't really have all that much tension in regards to their two heroes, but it's still fun to watch, if not for the simple joy of watching Iron Man and War Machine tear down a bunch of robots. Then, like the first movie, they defeat the villain by doing something that was set up earlier. It's the pulsar plant explosion thing. So, Banco is defeated, Justin Hammer is arrested, and Tony and Pepper get together. I think this is fine for the sequel. I mean, you've established who these characters are, so now we understand why they get together. It allows them to be individuals first, which I think is good. And then Tony and Brody are rewarded for their heroes as the movie comes to an end. Now, I learned my lesson from the first one. I know to stick around until the end, so let's see what's up. Oh, it's a car driving into the desert. It's New Mexico. That's where Coulson said he was going earlier. What's he doing down there? So, oh, they're setting up doors. You know what? Count me in.
This nigga Gilly.
A bit disappointing, but still fun in a lot of spots. And while it wasn't the critical darling the first one was, Iron Man 2 still received positive reviews and killed at the box office, surpassing the original and making nearly $130 million in its opening weekend. This was just further proof that Iron Man was a box office juggernaut, and if this was a sign for things to come for Marvel financially, they were in for a good time. And as Iron Man 2 reigned supreme at the box office, eyes began to turn to Marvel's upcoming endeavors. While Thor had wrapped production, the wheels were really starting to turn on the first Avenger, Captain America, which finally changed its title to, you guessed it, Captain America, the First Avenger.
Just
rolls off the tongue better, you know what I mean? With new supporting cast members such as Toby Jones and Stanley Tucci, the film was starting to be filled out, with one of the most talked about additions being Dominic Cooper cast as a young Howard Stark. But while Captain America was smooth sailing, a major snag with the ultimate team-up event. Rumors had swirled about what role the Hulk was going to play in the Avengers, and talk centered on how Edward Norton seemed willing to return to the role, until suddenly, within weeks of Comic-Con, Marvel announced that Edward Norton would not return to play the Hulk, and instead they'd go for an unknown, which Marvel said was due to creative reasons, not financial, but on the other side of the coin, Norton's agent said that it was a financially incentivized decision. Could this be Marvel's big misstep? Could this spell bad news for their master plan? A lot of questions were to be answered as Marvel entered Comic-Con 2010, where they had the most eagerly anticipated presence of the whole event. Marvel Studios had a lot to show off and a lot to prove, with Kevin Feige prefacing the panel by stating that any doubts and concerns about their master plan were to be completely squashed by day's end. First, the cast of Captain America came out, showed off some footage, which was exclusive to Comic-Con. Damn. But even though production on the film only just started, the footage was enough to get audiences excited. Next, the cast for Thor came out, and they premiered their own trailer, which was also exclusive to Comic-Con. But this footage seemed to blow Comic-Con away. Any doubts audiences had about the film were squashed because of how impressive the footage was. But that's it for Marvel's Comic-Con panel. Wait, really? I guess we're done. I'll head out now. Wait, hold on, something's happening.
Ready to go.
Hey, King, I'm ready.
To take over this business. Just
A
like
day unlike
the only way
any
that we can do that is together.
when Earth's mightiest heroes found themselves divided into unlikely
Action.
to fight the foes no single superhero could withstand.
Back to this family.
On that day, the Avengers were born.
Yo, they're doing an Avengers reveal! Oh, and out comes the man himself, Samuel L. Jackson. And he's introducing the cast. Oh boy, people are going nuts. Clark Gregg as Agent Coulson, Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow, Chris Hemsworth as Thor, Chris Evans as Captain America, and then Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. Oh, you think that's cool? That's not all, because Robert Downey Jr. introduced new members to the cast, confirming Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye, and then Mark Ruffalo as the Incredible Hulk. And finally, he brought out the director, Joss Whedon.
I've had a dream all my life, and it was not this good. My dream team. This is the Avengers.
While other films at Comic-Con certainly made their impression, Marvel brought the house down to the Avengers. It was the first time this idea was more than just an abstract concept. It really happened. Man, May 4th, 2012 couldn't come soon enough. But not everything was bright and shiny and filled with rainbows behind the scenes, as yet another story came out of Marvel being notoriously frugal. This time, Jon Favreau was the subject, reportedly not asked to direct the Avengers because he's cautious. But on top of that, the working relationship was shaken by Iron Man 2, which Favreau seemed to imply wasn't exactly the movie he wanted to make. Even Robert Downey Jr. was unhappy with it, and while he was contracted to Iron Man 3 should have moved forward, most reported that he probably wouldn't return after that, even though he seemed really enthusiastic about the Avengers at Comic-Con. Despite that, things were still moving forward for Marvel, because suddenly it was announced that Disney bought the rights to distribute the Avengers and Iron Man 3 from Paramount. It seemed to be a sound decision on both ends, which also resulted in the official announcement of Iron Man 3's release date, set for May 3rd, 2013. This was Marvel's first hint at their future plans post-Avengers, but unfortunately, the man who started it all, Jon Favreau, was not going to return to the director's chair for Iron Man 3. There was a bit of tension between filmmaker and studio because of Iron Man 2, but it seemed the separation wasn't in bad blood, and with a director switch, perhaps the third film could be spiced up with a new voice about it. But as 2010 came to a close, it was time for trailer season for 2011's biggest summer blockbusters. Excitement was building for Pirates of the Caribbean 4 and Transformers 3, so of course Marvel was going to weasel their way in with a teaser trailer for Thor. It was big, exciting, and it showed off the mystical world of Asgard. It managed to remove a lot of fears about the film because it really did. But not only did it show the new cosmic side of the Marvel Universe, it also grounded it in what we've already seen. Because it didn't work, the Avengers would. There was a lot riding on it, and as the clock turned to 2011, marketing began to hit its stride with the Super Bowl. Thor got a brand new TV spot first, showing 30 seconds of footage. Not much new, but it still showed a lot of promise. But the one that really got people talking was the first look at Captain America, the First Avenger. With only 30 seconds of footage, Marvel jam-packed it with as much as they possibly could. Skinny Steve looked great, the costume looked fantastic, and the Howling Commandos looked really cool. Together, Thor and Captain America became two of the most talked about trailers in the season. And 2 weeks after that, Thor maintained the conversation with a second full trailer. Marvel put in the work for these trailers. Thor was the hardest film to sell, but selling it on big action, big visual effects, big spectacle made Thor one of the summer's most anticipated films. Then, finally, after weeks of speculation, March 2011 got the first full trailer for Captain America, the First Avenger. It mainly showed Skinny Steve Rogers as he's accepted into the Super Soldier program and then gets beefed up to become the titular hero. It was pretty cool. It hinted at character, action, humor, hit the right notes, and successfully put Captain America on people's radar. And as excitement built for Marvel's 2011 entries, production began on Marvel's ultimate gamble, The Avengers. Marvel released an official statement on April 26th, alongside the first set photo, which is just a bunch of chairs in front of a S.H.I.E.L.D. logo. Damn if these aren't the most exciting chairs ever. I mean, if you could put some names on some chairs, take a picture of it, and get people excited, you're probably doing something right. And audiences haven't even gotten a chance to meet Thor or Captain America yet, but that was about to change as Marvel's listed the most ambitious film yet finally came out, kickstarting the summer movie season of 2011. This movie is alright. It's pretty okay. There's nothing it does that's exceptionally bad, but there's also not a lot that is exceptionally great either. So it's just kind of okay. That being said, there are still strong elements. One of which is that this is our first foray into the cosmic side of the Marvel Universe. We're introduced to Asgard, this massive realm with a giant pipe organ in the middle, a bunch of colorful characters with crazy helmets and cool costumes, and we're also introduced to Jotunheim, home of the Frost Giants, who are these cool blue giant things with red eyes and ice weapons, and they live in a frozen wasteland. And lastly, the final crazy cosmic realm this movie visits is New Mexico. It's the land of enchantment, that's all I'll say. But this story follows Thor, who, after recklessly trying to start a war with the Frost Giants, is banished to Earth to learn humility. When he gets there, he meets a couple of human characters, Jane Foster, Eric Selvig, and Darcy Lewis, and he begins his quest to retrieve his hammer Mjolnir, which is crashed in the desert. Wait a minute. This is the B-side to that end credit scene from Iron Man 2. So, that's pretty cool. It's not cool for Thor, though, because now S.H.I.E.L.D. has shown up, and they've built a facility around his camera, and he's got to find a way to bust in. He's taking out guards, beating them in smithereens, and wait, is that a hologram? That totally is. What's he doing here? Well, nothing, actually. But it's nice to see him, at least. You better call it, Coulson. I'm starting to look like this guy. But Thor makes it to Mjolnir, grabbing it triumphantly as he tries to pull it from the ground, and it doesn't budge. Thor is not worthy of the hammer. It's a solid weight that calls for Thor. It's a quick yet effective arc for his character. And Chris Hemsworth plays it pretty well. He's doing a good job here. Firstly, he has the physique, that's for sure. I mean, the guy's huge, but he's also able to carry the movie pretty well. And he has a surprising knack for comedy.
Hey, boss.
We don't have horses, just dogs, cats, birds.
And give me one of those large enough to run.
And there's also also a romantic subplot between him and Jane Foster, which is, I mean, it's fine. It serves the story, but it is a bit weird that they form some kind of lifelong bond over the course of a long weekend. Jane on her own is pretty decent, though. The comic version of the character was a nurse, so the change to astrophysicist is awesome. It gives her something to do in this story. But every story has two sides. And on the other side of this one is Loki, Thor's brother. Although not biologically, it turns out, because he's actually a frost giant that Odin stole way back when. Loki gets angry about this revelation and it puts Odin into Odin's sleep. And with Thor out of the picture, Loki is left to become king of Asgard. Just kind of all he wanted. Tom Hiddleston plays the character pretty well. It would be really easy for him to be one-dimensional, but playing it like a son who just wants his father to love and appreciate him is pretty effective, and it sells his turn to darkness pretty well. But he wants to keep his throne, so he sends the Destroyer to Earth, which leads to a massive battle where the Destroyer destroys a bunch of stuff. Probably could have seen that. But it leads to a big moment for Thor, where he completes his arc by taking the sacrifice killing so that everything else can live. It's an effective crisis point that leads to the heroic moment where the hammer rips out of the ground and flies into his hand. He's finally worthy of it. He's back in costume, back as the Thor we want him to be, and he takes out the Destroyer.
So is this how you normally?
More or less.
It's a good look.
Then Thor returns to Asgard and sees that Loki is using the Bifrost to destroy Jotunheim. Thor is faced with another choice, to return to Earth and have what he wants, or stop Loki get what he needs. What does he choose? That's right, he destroys the Bifrost and lets it fall into the abyss. He nearly falls in himself, but is caught by Odin, and he catches Loki. But Loki, defeated, falls in himself, disappearing into the void, seemingly gone forever. Which leads into our bittersweet resolution. Asgard is closed off to the other realms, which kind of makes it hard for Thor to turn up in the Avengers, but you can bet that James or some other thing will happen that'll get him back to be. But that's it. That's the end. And it's alright. Not great, not bad. It's fine. Now, this is a Marvel movie, so I know to stick around for Thor will return in the Avengers. That's a big message. Alright, so the after credit scene shows Selvig meeting up with Nick Fury. The series shows him a cosmic cube, which in the comics is a weapon of ultimate power or something. And wait, is that Loki? He's alive!
I guess that's all you know. Oh, yes, that's worth nothing.
Loki's gonna be a main villain for the Avengers, and it'll center around the cube, which will also play a part in the Captain America movie. So that's neat. Critical reception of Thor was lukewarm, but leaning positive, and was able to generate enough positive word of mouth to succeed at the box office, which led to immediate talks for a sequel set after the Avengers. Would Kenneth Branagh return? What villain would the sequel focus on? These questions and more were asked. But mainly, audiences really only wanted to see Thor smash stuff more the second time. The most common criticism was that Thor spent too much time as just a guy. But now that the origin story is out of the way, he can be the big hero we all want him to be. As Thor continued its successful run at the box office, the summer movie season trucked forward into the month of June, where, premiering with Cars 2 and Transformers Dark of the Moon, a second trailer was released for Captain America: The First Avenger. Structurally, it's identical to the original trailer, but it shows more of who Steve Rogers is, highlights some new action, teases the Red Skull some more, and ultimately sells the movie pretty well. It was Marvel's last solo venture before the ultimate team of events set to release in 2012, so fans were eager to witness the remaining piece of the Avengers puzzle. And as the coming weeks brought more massive box office successes with Transformers and Harry Potter, Captain America finally made its mark on July 22nd. It was finally time to meet the first Avenger. This might very well be the best Marvel movie since Iron Man. Hell, the first half of this movie is actually pretty great. Set during World War II, this movie immediately establishes Steve Rogers as a multi-dimensional hero. He's the little guy who wants to do big things. He wants to join the war effort, and, well, he puts it more succinctly than I do.
I don't want to kill anyone. I don't like bullets. I don't care where they're from.
And it's the strength of character that catches the attention of Dr. Erskine, who enlists him in a secret super soldier program, which also leads to some fun humor about how small he is compared to everyone else.
We are going to win this war because we have the best men.
And because everybody gets better. Much better.
But it's also here that we meet some of the other titular characters, including Colonel Phillips and Agent Carter, the latter of which will ultimately become the main romantic interest. But it's Steve's relationship with Dr. Erskine that's the most interesting. Stanley Tucci isn't in this movie that much, but he almost steals the show. He's great in this. Not only does he inform both Steve and us why exactly Steve was chosen, but he can also be really funny too.
So we meet behind you and all that procedure.
Of course.
Alright, we'll drink it after.
No, I don't have to see you long. Drink it after I do it now.
Steve's dynamic with Peggy Carter is a lot of fun as well. While she's a completely capable, strong, morally right character, Steve is kind of a bumbling idiot around her. He has no idea how to talk to women. It's kind of charming. And I like how she's interested in him now when he's skinny. It's his character that stands out, not his physique. But this all leads towards the moment where Steve Rogers gets the super soldier serum, with not only the help of Dr. Erskine and Agent Carter, but also Howard Stark, who's pretty much exactly what you'd expect. He's a playboy, industrialist inventor who makes it completely clear just how Tony Stark came to be the way he is. But this is where the ultimate moment happens. It's here that Steve Rogers gets the serum and is turned into... nothing makes you salute the American flag harder than a bunch of superhero steroids. However, the success is short-lived as it's here that Dr. Erskine is killed. It's fairly emotional and allows him to remind Steve to keep being a good man above all else. This leads to a brisk chase scene where, at first, Steve fumbles a bit, but soon settles into his new strength. It's a fun subversion of what you might expect from a scene like this. But it's also here that we discover the main villains of the film, revealed to be the Nazi deep science division known as Hydra. It is headed by Johann Schmidt, who also has super serum, but it's an older version that wasn't quite completed, so it turned him into the Red Skull. Hugo Weaving's doing a pretty good job here, and the Red Skull makeup is properly intimidating. It makes for a good villain. You might say he's one-dimensional, but it fits the time period. You know, it's hard to go wrong with a Nazi guy. However, despite his desire to fight Hydra, Steve Rogers is tasked with being the government's poster boy, taking on the propaganda mantle known as Captain America. This sequence is a lot of fun. It's properly cheesy and over the top, as well as explaining why he'd take on this goofy persona. You know, the name, the costume, the shield, all of it. It also helps that the music's pretty good too. While the first half of this movie is pretty great, the second half fumbles a bit. After a fun sequence where Steve Rogers, now Captain America, goes AWOL and breaks out a bunch of POWs, including his pal Bucky Barnes, who he has a pretty decent rapport with, I'm gonna say.
Don't do anything stupid until I get back. How can I? Taking all the stupid with you.
But after that, the action devolves a bit. After a pretty conventionally shot first half that fits the period pretty well, the second half is a bunch of people shooting laser guns at each other, which is kind of odd. Although those laser guns are actually powered by the Cosmic Cube, or as it's called here, the Tesseract. Red Skull is using it to power all his weapons, including a bunch of bombs that will blow up the eastern seaboard of the United States. Before Captain America can stop that there, there's a set piece on a train that goes wrong and ends in the death of Bucky Barnes. It's It's an effectively emotional moment. And that's a solid crisis point for our hero as we head into the final act. It's here that all our heroic forces infiltrate a Hydra base as Red Skull launches his massive plane. But before it takes off, Captain America sneaks on board. This leads to the final clash between Captain America and the Red Skull in the Atlantic Ocean. And the clash ends with Red Skull grabbing hold of the Tesseract and... well, it was either obliterated or shot from space. Who knows? But Captain America has control of the plane now and figures that in order to stop the bombs, he has to put the plane in the water. He has to sacrifice himself for everyone else. It's an effective moment. The music is subdued, which allows the emotion to hit pretty hard. He's talking to Agent Carter over the radio, and they even set up a dancing the following weekend. She's even going to teach him how to dance. It's pretty heartfelt.
Steve? Steve?
So now, while the world celebrates the end of World War II, our characters mourn the death of Steve Rogers as the film slowly fades out. But wait, there's more! In one final scene, Steve wakes up and is supposedly in New York City, but something's wrong. He busts out, gets outside, and arrives in Times Square. He is in New York, but everything is different, which is highlighted even more when he runs into Nick Fury.
You've been asleep, Cap, for almost 70 years. You gonna be okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a properly bittersweet and emotionally charged conclusion, and it also reveals that Captain America is going to pop up in the Avengers. But it can't all be sadness, no. This is a Marvel movie after all. We gotta have an end credit scene. Oh, and here we go. Captain America will return in the Avengers. Now time for the after credit scene, which starts with Steve punching a punching bag. Then Nick Fury comes to talk and... Wait a minute. This is a teaser for next year's Avengers. All the characters are here. What the?
Next week.
Even in this tiny tease, it's exciting seeing these characters in the same group together. Aw man, 2012 is going to be a blast. But there's still a bit of a ways before that. For now, Captain America was riding high as Marvel's latest box office success, which was fairly impressive considering the stiff competition it faced. It received positive reviews as well, which led to immediate discussions regarding a sequel, which could release as early as 2014. But as the hype for Captain America died down, news about Marvel's future endeavors continued. And while Marvel didn't have a panel at Comic-Con, they did have a small presence, releasing this teaser poster for the Avengers. And some cool looking concept art as well. Oh man, this movie's gonna be wicked. Meanwhile, development continued on Iron Man 3, with Shane Black confirmed to direct and co-write the film with Drew Pearce. Meanwhile, Thor 2 was getting underway, which Kenneth Branagh decided not to helm. This led to an early search for a new